Hello fragrance family, welcome to Fragrance Therapy. I'm your host Tom. So I've been putting together my end of the year list, but it has been hard, man, because these releases just keep on coming. And the truth is, some of these fragrances deserve to be on these lists. So I'm going to try to get as many of these reviews in before the end of the year. That's when I'm going to do my big top 30 Middle Eastern fragrance mega list for the end of the year. Today we'll go over French Avenue's Obsidian, Afnan's Lynked Freedom, and Khadlaj's Nafais Maghrib, and I'll let you know if I think they're worth picking up or not. So with all that out of the way, let's jump in. First of all, quick disclaimer, fragrances are very subjective. Pick up or pass is my personal opinion. No perfume is truly blind buy safe, so you've been warned. So let's start off with one of the latest releases from French Avenue, and that's Obsidian. And this is the very first clone of Kilian Angel Share on the rocks. Because let me tell you, this thing is bold and it's a bit audacious too. Because they blend fresh, icy notes with these warm, boozy gourmands. Definitely when you look at it on paper, you would think that they are contrasting scent profiles. The top is where that freshness lives. You get 5 different types of citrus, icy accords and aldehydes. Then the more traditional Angel Share DNA kicks in. Some booziness and some cinnamon, a good amount of sweetness from caramel and tonka bean, and this like kind of smooth woody finish. You would think that those extremes would kind of clash and wouldn't work, but somehow they do pull it off. And look, I really like the Angel Share Paradis DNA. That is my current favorite spin on Angel Share, and French Avenue's Royal Blend Sequoia, in my opinion, is the best clone. But this On the Rocks DNA is definitely going to give it a run for its money, and this does an excellent job replicating it. Monster performance right out of the box. We're talking about 9 hours of longevity with strong projection for the first few hours. Still best for cooler weather, but a bit more versatile compared to the OG Angel Share and maybe some of its other flankers due to that freshness up top. This one probably would have been on my top 10 French Avenue list if I had gotten it earlier, but I can see this climbing up the ranks as time goes on. Not sure why French Avenue also didn't release this under the Royal Blend line. It would have been right at home because those are all kind of Angel Share-ish fragrances. But anyway, this is a great release, makes that Angel Share DNA easier to wear and more versatile. In my opinion, this is 100% a pickup. Next up, we have Afnan, and Afnan is much more measured when it comes to their releases. They only have like a handful of releases every year, and they focus on quality over quantity. Their only major release coming out of Beauty World Dubai was Afnan's Lynked Freedom. And this is a hybrid fragrance that combines Azzaro's Most Wanted Parfum and YSL Myself EDP. I would say of the two, it leans a little bit more into the Most Wanted Parfum scent profile, but it's still a solid mix of the two. Really nice balance of crisp freshness and warm, sweet dry down. And this fragrance here has a bit of an unfair advantage because Most Wanted Parfum is one of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. You can mix that scent profile with almost anything and I like it. And here they went with Myself, which is another amazing designer release. This thing opens much closer to Myself. You get this bright opening with grapefruit, bergamot, and sage, aromatic spices with lavender and cardamom along with juniper berry in the mid, and this rich, lasting base with like oriental spices, vetiver, and this hint of caramel. Solid longevity, around 8 hours on skin. And actually in my testing, this thing projected even stronger than both of the originals. It's one of those fragrances that's definitely noticeable, but it's not overwhelming either. Mixing a classic warm weather fragrance with a classic cold weather fragrance, it makes it very versatile, makes it suitable for both the office, and also you can even maybe dress it up for a special occasion. And you can probably also rock this year round. It's a combo that maybe shouldn't work on paper, but somehow, again, they pulled this off. And look, I really like this fragrance. I appreciate that Afnan didn't go with just another one-to-one clone of either of those fragrances. But at the end of the day, they did really go with some safe fragrances. Let's see, like Most Wanted, Myself, Born Roma Intense, Stronger With You Intensely, YEDP. Different hybrids of these fragrances are really, really common. I hope these brands branch out and remix some other more like, lesser known fragrances in 2026. Again, really good stuff, but it is a bit safe. If you're looking for something unique, something different, then this is a pass. But for most people, if you're looking for something that smells incredible, is blind buy safe, and you can rock all year round, then this is definitely a pickup. And finally, we have Khadlaj's Nafais Maghrib, and this is inspired by Thomas Kazmala's number 4 Neon. It is not an exact one-to-one, but it does get really close, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Vibrant citrus opening, sweet juicy fruits in the mid, and this clean, airy dry down. Opens very citrus forward, mandarin, grapefruit, and yuzu. Then the sweeter side kicks in with some really sweet tropical fruits and resins, a fizzy, airy finish with aldehydes, ozonic notes, and musk. It's refreshing and energetic, but at the same time, it's kind of like fruity sweet. The key difference between this and the OG is I think this is like a smoother, sweeter version of number 4 Neon. Remove some of the sharp edges of the OG. With those changes, it's a rare dupe that actually comes off a little bit more refined than the original product. Good performance as well, 7 hours of longevity with moderate projection, making it suitable for like everyday wear. Due to its citric and ozonic nature, I do think it's best for warmer weather. Though I think the sweetness in here makes it a little bit more versatile. You can use it like transitional times of the year as well. This is a tough one for me. I like that they duped a lesser known fragrance. I like that they refined it, and I'm personally glad to have it in my collection. But at the same time, it kind of scratches the same itch as like Amber Oud Gold by Al Haramain. It's like a more citrusy take on Herba Pura. Not the exact same thing, but to me, very reminiscent. And there's a lot of backlash around these overly fruity DNAs. If you're one of those many people that feel that way, this is definitely a pass. Me personally, I don't care for trends. I like this kind of scent profile. It's only a pickup if you're on my wavelength, but otherwise just pass on it. So there you have it, 3 new releases from 3 different houses. Let me know if you've tried any of these and what your thoughts are and if you agree with me. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button. Trying to grow this channel, can't do it without your support. And as always, stay tuned for more honest fragrance content. Until next time, I'm out.